You're with Primetime Weekend News. President Mahinda Rajapaksa paid his last respects to the remains of the Mahanayaka of the Sri Lanka Ramanya Mahanikaya, Agamaha Pandita, Most Venerable Veveldeniye Medalankara Thera. The remains of the Mahanayaka are lying at the Shasanavardhana Piraven Vihara in Mirigama for the public to pay their last respects. President Mahinda Rajapaksa arrived at the Piraven Vihara to pay his last respects this morning. A large number of people flocked from every corner of the island to pay their final respects to the Mahanayaka Thera today as well.
During his period, he built the headquarters of the Sri Lanka Ramanya Mahanikaya in Colombo. His life was dedicated for the development of the Ramanya Mahanikaya. The passing away of the Venerable Mahanayaka, who rendered an immense service for the country and the religion, is a great loss for all Sri Lankans, especially for the Buddhist community.
බලවත් වශයෙන් සමස්ත ලංකාවාසී සියලුම දෙනාටත් විශේෂයෙන් බෞද්ධ ජනතාවටත් විශාල පාඩුවක්.
The final rites of the Mahanayaka of the Sri Lanka Ramanya Mahanikaya, the Most Venerable Veveldeniye Medalankara Thera, will be performed at the grounds of the D.S. Senanayaka Mahavidyalaya in Mirigama on Monday with full state honours. Still in local news, a group of parents took part in a protest held in the Alawa town today, charging that their children had suffered injustice due to the leaking of the Grade 5 scholarship examination papers.
The protest was held on the Alawa bridge. The parents who took part in the protest request that marks be calculated for the paper, excluding the essay and the questions which included Tamil and English terms. They note that children around the island will not suffer injustice through this procedure. A father of a student was saying that the essay topic will be Jatika Kodiyabhimana. That means the paper has been leaked. Don't ruin the future of these children. If an investigation is launched, we can prove this.
Please do justice to our children for what has happened.
Deputy Leader of the United National Party, Sajid Premadasa, says that both ministers of education are dragging the education sector towards destruction. He expressed this view at an election propaganda rally in the Rajangane area yesterday.
A large crowd of UNP members were present at the rally.
බලන්න ආදරණීය මිත්‍රවරුනි අපේ රටේ ඉන්නවා හොඳම බඩු දෙකක් අධ්‍යාපන ශාස්ත්‍රයේ බහර එකෙක් හොඳ මූර බඩුවක් අනිත් බඩුව හොඳ තොරටියේ දෙන්නම කරන්නේ.
These individuals are destroying our education. They have dragged our school children as well as the university students onto the road, made them protest and made them go before the courts. However, when both these individuals come before the media, they speak as if they know everything, and there are no scholars on education who are better than them either in Sri Lanka or in the world. But what they do 24 hours a day and all 365 days in the year is drag the education sector in the country to destruction.
හැබැයි 24 පැයම 365 දවසම කරන්නේ රටේ අධ්‍යාපන ශාස්ත්‍රය සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම විනාශ මුඛයට ගෙන යාමයි.
Former Minister Dr. Karunasena Kulituwaku says that a situation is being created where two batches of eligible students are not being granted university entrance. He made the statement during a public rally held in the Avisavale area.
The public rally was held in support of UNP candidates contesting the upcoming Saburagamu Provincial Council polls. There are two groups who face the examination and are awaiting university entrance. Children who have wealthy parents can go abroad or enroll at branches of foreign universities. The poor children from the villages have been highly inconvenienced due to this. The education sector has completely collapsed.
6 individuals, including the chairman of the Watthigama Urban Council, have suffered injuries following an explosion at a crematorium in the Dung area in Watthigama, Kandy. According to the police, the incident took place at around 5 p.m. today when attempts were made to cremate a body. The explosion has caused damage to the crematorium as well. 3 individuals, including the chairman of the Watthigama Urban Council, K.C. Lienage, who suffered burn injuries, have been admitted to the Kandy Teaching Hospital. 3 others who suffered injuries have been admitted to the Watthigama Hospital. The police suspect that a fault in the crematorium's gas line may have led to the explosion. A strong wind blew through the Nindavur and Porothiu areas in Ampara this afternoon. According to the Disaster Management Centre, reports have emerged that several houses were damaged as a result of the winds. The Disaster Management Centre also noted that several roads have been blocked as a result.
Production, sale and usage of polythene which is less than 20 microns will be banned. Central Environmental Authority. To reduce the amount of polythene being produced through recycling. Polythene imports have increased over the past 5 years. Amount of polythene entering the environment has increased due to the usage of thicker polythene, environmentalists charge. Did the new law have any effect on conserving the environment?
In business news tonight, and also one of our headline-making stories, the District Secretary of Matale has promised that the government will intervene and purchase the big onion harvest of farmers in the Matale district from tomorrow onwards. The District Secretary made this promise after engaging in discussions with big onion farmers in the Dambula area and its surroundings.
Big onion farmers staged a protest opposite the Kibis Agrarian Services Centre on Thursday, alleging that there isn't a proper program in place to purchase their harvest. They charged that the officials appointed by the government to purchase their produce are not carrying out their duties. Matale District Secretary Helen Migas Muller convened a meeting yesterday in order to discuss about the issues faced by the farmers. After taking into consideration the views expressed by the farmers, the District Secretary telephoned a high-ranking official in the Lak Sathosa.
Madam දාපු මිනිස්සු හරියට තමන්ගේ රස්සාව කරේ නෑනේ.
The officials that you appointed have not carried out their duties. Instead, they have engaged in a business. When a farmer comes with his produce, he is turned away, citing various reasons such as the size of the onions. The farmers then head to the economic center where their produce is purchased by traders. The traders then take the onions to the officials in the evening, and the officials who earlier gave various excuses purchase it from them regardless of the condition. The problem lies not with the process, but with the conduct of the officials who carry out the process. The conduct of these officials will lead to the government facing a huge crisis.
Following the discussion, the District Secretary spoke on the decisions reached during the meeting.
We discussed 4 main issues. The first is that as the government agent, I would purchase the produce at 55 rupees a kilogram. The second is that even though the district secretary purchases this, the produce will be stored in the farmer storage facility until we decide to release it into the market. We also discussed about Minister Johnston Fernando's instructions to the Lak Sathosa to purchase a kilogram of big onions at 65 rupees through farmer societies.
The government made a promise recently that paddy too will be bought in this manner.
90% of the stores of the Paddy Marketing Board have been emptied in the Polonnaruwa and the Ampara districts. There is no problem with the stores. I am telling the farmers with responsibility that we are ready to buy every seed of paddy which they bring.
However, yesterday we pointed out that such a program is yet to be implemented. The farmers in Polonnaruwa are currently harvesting and they have been forced to sell their paddy to the private sector at a low price. The farmers know that many of their farmland were destroyed owing to the drought and hence a fair price is required for their remaining harvest in order to cover up the loss incurred.
The first two factories constructed on this plot of land in the Mahaweli B zone, which was allocated for an industrial zone for agricultural products in 1992, was declared open last week. Although a 25-acre plot of land was allocated within the Jamutha village in Aralaganwila for this industrial zone as per the initial Mahaweli plan, with the change in government in 1994, plans were formulated to distribute the plot of land as commercial land to political associates instead of taking measures to establish factories. Later, measures were taken in 2001 to distribute this barren plot of land amongst industrialists after a change in government. However, this process came to a standstill with the next change in government, which occurred in 2004. The Sri Lanka Mahaweli Authority then handed over part of the land to the Dimbulagala Pradesh Sabha for waste disposal purposes. Prior to making a promise to provide a plot of land for waste disposal to the Dimbulagala Pradesh Sabha, land was allocated to several small and medium-scale businessmen in the area to establish factories. The reason as to why the industrialists who acquired these plots of land on lease based on the promise of the Mahaweli Authority have not been able to establish factories even after investing a considerable amount of money was highlighted several times on Action TV in June this year. I invested around 12 million and arrived here with a lot of confidence in the government. A coconut factory was declared open on Wednesday, while a rice mill was declared open 2 days earlier, as per this notice put up by the Sri Lanka Mahaweli Authority. It states that legal action will be taken if the Dimbulagala Pradesh Sabha does not take steps to stop using this industrial zone as a waste disposal site. I have been able to operate my factory after the Dimbulagala Pradesh Sabha stopped disposing waste in this land. There is a lack of concern from the government. If these obstructions are removed, then the factories in this area can thrive.
On a lighter note now, let's take a look at the newspaper cartoon of the day.